Hello, I'm EXToyCam, welcome back to the video. Today we're talking about the Wither in Minecraft. A lot of people asked me to do a video like this to explain exactly where and how to kill the Wither. And I figured that I've given my key piece of advice, which is find somewhere enclosed it with obsidian if it's not already, and then try and fight the Wither there. I've given that piece of advice out so many times that I figured rather than just giving it out again, instead I'd give you some anti-advice. So you can take this advice if you want to either learn what not to do, or if you want to make a really tricky Wither kill for yourself, you can do all of these things and try and make the fight as hard as you want for yourself. So either way you decide to do this, hopefully you do all enjoy the video. If you do, like it and let me know because it helps out the channel a lot and lets me do like the old Let's Play world where we're currently chilling for this first part of it because I wanted to start the video with a bang. Well, I guess there's going to be lots of bangs in the video, but I want to start the video with one of the most obvious places that some people will try, and it's very, very sad when people do because it's a big mistake. Because you might think, okay, I'm gonna spawn the Wither inside my house. So here's my old Let's Play house, by the way. Don't worry, I won't save after this. You might think I'm going to try and spawn the Wither in my house, and this seems like it's a smart move at first because one, as you can see, I can actually attack the Wither from up here, and he's not going to be able to get me. Two, if I die, I'll just respawn nearby and I can attack him again, and yeah, it's all going to be a good idea. However, the Wither does explode and fire explosions, which means that stuff like this will happen, and as you can see, the house is just destroyed in one blast like that, and the worst bit is, if I do try to respawn, guess what, I can't, my home bed's misconstructed. Fortunately, my spawn is just outside, but still, you can see, he just killed my villager that's in the basement too. So, yeah, this is why you shouldn't spawn the Wither in your house. As you can see, already the house is pretty much destroyed, and he's just destroying more to get out and to get to me, and there you can see, boom. Don't do it. He's just killed my dog too. This is a very bad idea. Don't spawn the Wither in your house, or you'll have lots of regrets with your life in general. So yeah, that's the first place you shouldn't spawn a Wither. Let's move on to the second one. Wow, the destruction's just a little bit crazy here. Okay, so the second place you shouldn't try and fight the Wither is going to have to be the Nether. It's kind of worrying to me how many people will actually say, oh yeah, I'll go to the Nether to fight the Wither. That's just where it makes sense. And to be fair, the logic's not entirely flawed because you've got to think, well, it makes sense to fight them here because this is where you get the Wither skeleton skulls, and why not fight the Wither where you find the Wither skeletons? Well, on the one hand, I guess it's nice because the Wither will try and kill the stuff around you. On the other hand, though, this is a terrible place to spawn the Wither. And, again, rather than just talk about it, let's show you exactly why. So, we're going to need a golden apple to give ourselves more health this time. I learned from the last one that you're going to do that. But yeah, the reason you don't want to kill the Wither in the Nether is because first of all, you're going to get attacked by a whole bunch of different stuff. That's, the Nether is a very dangerous place, and that's something you need to bear in mind. Second of all, these explosions are super, super powerful in the Nether, and they will set other blocks on fire. Well, that's just that other stuff going on there. But yes, still, the Nether is a super, super dangerous place already, and the explosions are even more deadly here. So if you want to go after him and try and attack him, it's going to be really tricky to do in the Nether, and even though there are these ceilings, which he can get to, he's going to be able to destroy those really, really quickly, and just like that, we're already dead because the Wither's gone us, and it's just over like that. So, yeah, don't spawn the Wither in the Nether, because even though it makes thematic sense, it's really easy for him to destroy the stuff, and the Nether's already an incredibly dangerous place. You don't need an explosive monster, the hardest mob to fight in the game, there to make things more tricky for yourself. So, yeah, let's move on to the third place you shouldn't do it. So the jungle is a particularly bad place to fight the Wither for quite a few reasons, and I will admit, this is a mistake I made my very first time fighting the Wither when it had just come out on the PC, and I was like, oh, let's give that a try. So I spawned one into a jungle with like a river going through it, and that's when I realized that the Wither can actually fly away from you, and when you have a jungle, it has so many opportunities to do so. So let's spawn one in, and let's show exactly what happens here, because first of all, no matter where you spawn it in the jungle, you're going to do some serious damage to the environment, which I know, for me personally, isn't too bad a thing, but if you like your jungle trees being nice and normal and not having massive chunks out of them, that's going to be a problem for you. But yeah, besides that one issue, which we'll just leave for now, we'll get behind a tree here. You can see just a half a jungle tree destroyed. Even though it might seem like, this is clever, I've got some cover to hide behind, and although there is some merits that, doing it with range bow this way, if you want to do any physical damage up close, which is something you probably want to do for Fight the Wither, because, that's how you get strength bones and stuff, you're going to need to climb around a really, really tricky to get around place. And so, given that you need to be avoiding attacks from the Wither at all times, this is an especially tricky thing to do. So, if you try and fight the Wither in a jungle, even though there are some advantages as far as cover goes, we haven't actually been hit once, it still means actually doing damage to the Wither is something that's going to be near impossible, because chasing anything, let alone the Wither through a forest, is going to be something very, very tricky. So let's get a golden apple, that should really help here. It's going to be really, really tricky, and just like this, he's finally gone to the distance where he's in range, and then, he's flying up above us again, and what do you know, we can't hit him. So, yeah, just like this, and now we need to run away from him, but we can't, because the jungle's just so messy, which can run around the beach. As you can see, you're going to run into real problems while trying to fight the Wither, and, really, the jungle can only be argued as, like, a range solution with a lot of cover, but even then, I'd say a regular forest or a roof forest is going to be way, way better for you, but, if you want a really, really tricky Wither kill, again, this is something you can actually do, and I think it'd be a fun way if you want to do a range-only Wither kill. But for me, that's not personally what I recommend, because I'm about to die because I spawned in a Wither in the jungle. So, goodbye, world, and let's move on to the next one. So the next place that you might reason is a really good idea to spawn in the wither is an island. And I can see the logic behind this one, thinking, okay, you're on an island, that way the wither can't leave the island, because withers can't leave islands, and therefore you're going to keep the wither trapped in a small amount of space, and then you and your friends can all, do your arrow, do your crazy stuff, and kill him that way. And although this seems like a pretty good idea, there's some level of truth to it. The reality behind what's going to happen is something you'll just have to see in a few seconds when he blows up and destroys half the island with it. So yeah, the only problem with doing it this way is the moment he starts destroying the borders and getting some water flowing around here, you're going to have serious problems getting around, and he's going to be in the sky in an area you cannot really get to. Although, in this, as you can see, sand is so breakable, we're going to have to stack ourselves up to get to him physically, and it just means that there's not really any reality, there's no benefits doing doing it on an island, we can see the island from spawn, I think, if we just look over there. But yeah, there's no real benefit to doing it from the island, as opposed to doing it just on a flat land, but there is a lot of downsides, and the biggest one is trying to get back there. As you can see, there you go, the islands, it's not too destroyed right now. Trying to get back to the island where the wither is going to be really tricky, because you're going to have to take a boat, which will be destroyed, or you're going to have to try and swim there, and that just seems like a real big issue. Also, if your bed's there, he's going to destroy it, and basically the kind of big problem you're going to face with having is that, the wither's just chilling in the island, very well hidden there. But yeah, the biggest issue you're going to have is your island won't exist anymore, and again, even though in a perfect world where withers didn't blow up and stuff, it might be a good idea to keep him trapped in one place, and if you could keep your bed safe somehow, unfortunately he will destroy the island, he will destroy your bed, and yeah, the only reason I'd recommend doing an island is if you know you can kill the wither really quickly. So if we get our stuff back, we can probably do this, because he's just chilling in one place. If you know you can kill the wither really quickly, and you don't like the island anyway, maybe that's an argument behind doing it. I think he's already destroyed my sword. I can't find it. But yeah, wait, no, okay, yeah, that's that. So yeah, this is the second place. We're gonna wait to die again, I guess, and that will prove that an island's not a great place to fight the wither. But what is a great place? So what's an extra bad place, you might wonder? And that's all move now. So what is the very worst place in the game to fight the wither? And I will have to add a caveat to this. This is only the worst place if you do not have the Depth Strider and Charm. I feel like there's some really clever method for killing the wither in this particular way that involves using Depth Strider. But if you are like 99% of players and you don't have Depth Strider boots and you'd rather kill the wither an easy way, the place I would recommend not spawning the wither is underwater. So first of all, spawning underwater is kind of tricky. You have to get kind of an enclosed place anyway, which means you probably have a house or you have some form of structure that you've spent some time clearing out and making happy. So in this particular case, it's another base from my base video. As you can see, it's a really nice place. Don't spawn in your thing here, because first of all, it's your house you're about to destroy when he blows up. But the second big problem is all of, you're basically going to destroy the entire air bubble you made him in. But then finally, trying to fight him in the water is one of the hardest things you're going to do. So first of all, I'm actually going to have to back out there, get in the water, because, breathing in water, I don't know if you guys know this, but it's actually pretty tricky about water breathing potions. So let's just get away from here. Okay, as you can see, destroys right there. All of our air sources are gone. There's probably going to be a little bit of an air bubble here. But yeah, okay, there's nothing. I'm fighting the wither now on just my one air bar, except even that's all gone. The moment you try to get close to the wither this way, though, he's going to attack you. You need to be able to just get close and close and close. And again, the moment you attack him, he's destroyed. He's making air bubbles, and then he's just at the surface. And now suddenly we're fighting the wither in an ocean. So it was all the worst of destroying it. Oh, wait. How did I spawn here? Okay, but it's all the worst of, trying to fight with it in an ocean, except you're also destroying your house. You saw it destroyed there, except you're also going to have to fight in the water with no oxygen, unless you have a water-breathing potion, and just all of that combines to make one of the worst experiences killing wither ever. However, if you want to try and fight the wither underwater, like make a really deep potion or something, that is something I'd recommend as one of the hardest challenges you can do. So, yeah, hopefully you did all enjoy today's video, talking about the hardest places to kill the wither. Let me know if, any of these struck a chord with you, and you're like, aha, I want to try and do that now. Or maybe this taught you that, yeah, if you want to fight the wither, really should have somewhere that's surrounded by obsidian or underground. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below. Like the video if you did like it, because it helps out the channel a lot. Let us know you did like this sort of thing. Share if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on the homepage. Let me know if you do want to see a video on, like, the 5 easiest places to kill the wither, because I've actually been, experimenting with, like, extra easy places, because, the obsidian box is probably my favourite, but there's also quite a few other naturally spawning ones that are a lot easier to make. So if you want to see any of those, let me know with the comments that down below this video, probably. And besides that, I guess I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.